Hi, welcome to the new video. I am Rohit Desai, co-founder of JB Experts. So, in this video, we are going to discuss how to create an effective action plan for entrepreneurs. I know that you people are stepping into import-export business, or you're willing to do something about your business, or to grow from about the situation that you are in. This works for everything. So this action plans, the things what we are going to discuss, this is applicable for universal thing. It's not just for your import export business. You can apply it for your day-to-day life. You can ask your kids to do the same thing for their education, anything to that matter. Okay. So the most important, why we need to it, right? So what's the need of it? An effective action plan is the driving force that turns vision into reality and transforms dreams into achievements. So you may be a daydreamer, you may be dreaming of something, you want to grow big. But end of the day, if you don't have a proper action plan, if you don't have any plan to that matter, you'll be not going anywhere forward because you'll be stagnant with where we are, right? So this is a very minimal thing which you have to do it as one. Before taking any kind of actions, you need to have an action plan so that you know exactly what are the steps of actions that you need to take through. So we'll discuss the strategies in the upcoming slides. So the importance of having an action plan. The action plan can help entrepreneurs to set the clear goals, identify the necessary resources, and stay motivated. It is essential for achieving success. So you need to have a vision, then a goal, then a plan, then action, and then success, right? So the four key elements of an effective action plan. An effective action plan for entrepreneurs must include clear goals, specific steps, a timeline, and accountability measuring for success. So the first step is to define the goals. It could be saying that, okay, let me start my import export business. That's a first goal itself, right? So if you don't have a company yet, so if you want to start a company, so the first step is going to be saying that, okay, I need to start an import export company. So to start an import export company, the first action plan is going to be like, okay, I need to call my CA or I need a chartered accountant. So these are all the something which you set it as, okay, I need to register my company. I need to set a import export company. I need to finalize on the product. I need to finalize on the market. I need to find my supplier. I need to do the quality checks. I need to have the agreements with them. And then the marketing activities, then the buyer, then the transaction, payment methods, Incoterms, that, this, blah, blah. So everything is a goal. But the one clear strategy what you need to have is, okay, if I want to register a company, whom I have to talk to? The first step is to find the right CA. How do you find it? You check with your referrals, if you check with your family, if you don't have anyone else, you can go on Google, search it for, and then see whoever is reliable nearby you, go and talk to them, find them out, meet them in person. Then you will get the better understanding of your CA. Then if that synergy matches, then you hire him. And then you give him the documents, the fees, the registration process. Your journey of being an exporter will start from there. So there are a lot of advisors your CA can provide you once you meet in person, but normally on the phone calls that may not happen. So we are out of COVID now, so you can start meeting people in person and then get engaged. So that's very pretty good thing. So having a clear start from there. So now you may not have a proper saying that, okay, I want to get into a business, but I don't know how. So either there are two ways to do it. Learn by yourself, learn from YouTube, learn from Google, or learn from DGFT websites where the resources are given, but you may be having a complex, if you're good with reading documents and all of it, because it's of huge documents. So those documents you need to read through, you need to understand each and every clause of it or every law of it. So foreign trade policies, that document, this document, custom act. So there are hundreds of documents that you have to refer to understand import-export business. If you want to do that, you can go ahead and do it for free. If you want someone to help you in supporting your import-export business, you want to do it a faster way, you want to do it in a systematic way, then people like me are available in the market who can help you in training you, helping you to understand the import-export business and basic whatever the support you need. Obviously, everything will be given to you. So this is very much important. Just the thing is, what's your goal? Then you based on your goal setting, you can have your action plan. To learn import export business, there are steps to take care. To start your import export business, there are steps to do it. So these are depends everything on your action plan. So be very specific what kind of action plan you want, and then set your goal first. So that's the first thing. So then later we'll say, break down your goals into smaller tasks, write down your goal with the deadlines, break down the goal with into smaller and achievable tasks, create a checklist or an action plan to track your progress. So these are the basic steps which you need to do when you're entering into import export business or any kind of a business plan. So be very specific. You have a goal. So I wanted to, for example, we want to supply, we would need to have a supplier. So the first goal, the goal is set, we need to have a supplier. Then the deadline comes like, okay, within a month or within 15 days or within 20 days or within 7 days. Then if you have that kind of urgency, then you start working better. Then break down your goal into smaller. So, okay, hiring a supplier is the goal. But if you want to break down that, then what do you have to do? You need to start hiring the people or start making the calls. Instead of going and visiting every supplier is not a practical task today. But what you can do is you can start from all the B2B sites which is popular in India. You can just start calling or giving the post on all the social media on the B2B websites, posting your requirements, and it could be a dummy requirement, should be absolutely fine. Along with that, you can just start calling to the B2B on the suppliers whom you are looking for from the B2B sites. You can just take the number from there, give a call, understand their terms and conditions, what are they capable to, have they done any kind of a trades. There is a huge checklist that we provide in the course, but normally we don't share it on the public platform. But still, that is something which you can get and you can access for it. Then hire the supplier. It could be starting with the call, like calling. I want to call 15 suppliers in one day. So that is your subtask. What you call a main task is to hire a supplier, but the subtask is something like saying that, okay, I need to call 15 suppliers a day. And along with that, you need to have a checklist, fill up and understand each and every supplier, what are their worth, what is the advantages working with them, what are the disadvantages, all pros and cons, do the complete SWOT, SWOT analysis, what we say, strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat. So if you do all of this analysis with every supplier, then you'll be having a perfect supplier with all the strength mentioned, weaknesses mentioned, threat mentioned, and the opportunity mentioned with it. Along with that, and the task what you have, it should be achievable task. You shouldn't put a number which is very imaginary, because normally if I say you have never made a call, you are totally introvert kind of a personality, you don't speak out. In those cases, if you say I want to appoint a supplier and you put a like 500 calls in a day, will that be possible for you to do it? Normally, no, right? Because that is not something which you have done prior. You may be having struggling with one or two calls at the beginning. You may be disappointed. People may not respond to you, or you don't get the responses what you are looking for. So it could be anything. Your expectation could be something else, and you the real what do you call the level of responses may be too low. So that can be possible. So in those cases, break it down and put it as an achievable task and see add a minimum number, because I don't know you, right? So that I can't give you a number. So there is nothing called as an ideal number. It's something that's all on you, right? So create a checklist and action plan to take your process. So prepare a checklist exactly like, okay, how many calls I made and what are the questions I need to ask. Based on my questions, what are the answers are expected, and give the space to there so that you can enter all the answers, and make sure that whenever you have, keep one A4 sheet for one supplier whenever you're talking to. It could be a buyer or a supplier. It's all the same. Keep one checklist with you whenever you are having the calls with them, so that you have the questions already defined, get the answers for it, and then keep on going. So uh, that should be a checklist for your action plan, and then track the progress. So, for example, from morning 9 to 10, you may have not done any calls. You have been planning, you have been collecting the numbers. Then from 11 after you started making calls, because that is where the ideal time is. So 11 after you started making calls and you've been tired by 3 o'clock or something, you took a 20 hours break, had lunch, all of that, and then restarted it. So you need to have that progress bar with you. So have I done, I have put the task of saying that, okay, I need to make 15 calls, but I have not done it. So then what are you going to do next? So you need to add the progress bar so that you know exactly how much calls you made in the morning, by afternoon, and then by afternoon, by evening, how much you reached. Did you reach the complete day task? If you are not done, then obviously retune it and then reset it again for next day. So that is very much important. You need to have this plan in the place. The third step is to break down the goals into smaller tasks and set deadlines to each, and use, and most importantly, whenever you're prioritizing your checklist, you need to have these metrics saying that, okay, which task to be finished first and then the later. For example, I need supplier, I need buyer, I need my documentation part to be done, I need to have licenses, I need to have uh, basic other compliances part, I need to establish a software, I need to do that, this and all of that. But what is your primary task? The first and foremost is to do the product selection first. Without product, there is no market. There is no market, then there is no supplier. There is no supplier, then there is no buyer. Then the whole ecosystem of the basic fundamentals of the four pillars, what we call, is being shaky. So then you don't have a proper structure in place. So automatically, this is going to be a bubble that you are sitting in, and later it will be bursted later. Then you will be not having any kind of a business in the future. So be very careful on that. So whenever you're getting into a business, make sure that you add a what do you call this, prioritize it, because every task is important. I don't deny on it. Every small task, as appointing a CA, is an important task. But is it important right now, or is it without that you can't run the business at the moment, or how is it? So is my supplier important first, or the company? So everything before the product is important. You need to do the lot of research, understanding it, what is makes you as a prioritize, and then prioritize your task, whatever the goals or the task you have, target, strategize it, and put it into a proper sequence so that you can start working on it, and all the tasks are completed within the time zone or the deadline what you're being given to it. Based on that, it makes sense. So creating a checklist to keep the track of your progress and stay on track. So this is going to be a really good thing for you. The fourth one, monitor your progress and adjust accordingly. So for example, maybe half the way you've done some callings and later you were unable to do it. So then you mark it as end of the day, or the task is not completed, then just fine tune it. So for 15 calls, some people may take it 2 hours, some take it for 8 hours, some people may take it 3 days. So whatever is based on your requirement or your capacities as an individual capacity, you can just fine tune it and then go forward with it. So set a clear and measurable goals, uh, establish benchmark to progress, to track progress and identify the areas of improvements, and regularly evaluate your progress and adjust the action plan as needed. So these are very important steps which you need to follow. It's not just about having something written, sticked on some wall, and then you forgot about it. No, it's not that. So whatever the copies you have, and please make sure you have a proper structure in place, and then keep tuning it. And whatever the advices I have given, please take it to an implementation and then go forward. So in the conclusion of this video, I wanted to share you. So what is the next step? So take a piece of paper, write down your goal. What is that you want to achieve in your life? Not only one or two, you can write n number of it. Then prioritize, saying that, okay, with this, what I can achieve. So is it only the money is the primary issue, or is it something else? So if money is the primary issue, then you need to see like, okay, how do I generate money? That's a goal, right? So based on that goal, you need to have sub goals, and then you need to have an action plan for it. How do you optimize it? And then later the sub task, and then you give the actions to it, and then later you go on processing. So it's a like a pyramid. You can keep on doing the work down by down, right? So now that's you're learning about the creating action plan in it's time to take actions and create your own plan, identify your goals, breaking into actionable steps, prioritizing and task progress. Remember, action is the key to success. If you're dreaming, you'll be keep on dreaming, but your dreams comes to reality only when you take actions. It could be as small as calling, picking up the phone, calling to JB experts, booking an appointment with me is a simple task which you can do right now. Because we are offering free consultations, you can talk to me directly. Just the thing is, you need to message saying that I need to book a call with Rohit Desai for a free consultation on this number, +91 953 8888 656. This is the number. I'll be available from Monday till Friday. Later, whatever the supports you need, you can book the calls, and then you can just text them, say that, okay, this is the time I'm looking at. This is the tentative time I'm looking at to have a call. So though my team will respond to you and say that, okay, this is time is available. We can book a slot for you. Please attend that meetings, and then I can help you with whatever the questions you may have. That is the just basic action, right? So that is the first way you can start with. Along with that, we have n number of supports for you guys to enter into import export business. We have free consultations, we have free webinars which is happening on Sundays at 11 a.m., and we have free WhatsApp group where you can join the community and take the benefits of the resources and the documentations or advices, whatever we provide right in the WhatsApp group itself. And later, if you are interested, if you want to learn more, if you don't want to wait, your time is precious, in those cases, you can pay for the paid course and jump in. The paid course are at the moment, it's quoted at 4,999, the base price, including all the taxations. Along with that, it's all like 21 hours of your watch time videos. You can go and watch all the videos within 21 hours. It could be like you can divide it. It has its own say demand videos, so you can start immediately. You can start it what you call a pace where it suits you, like every day 1 hour, every day half an hour, or 21 hours as a one go. It's a like a binge watch, right? So that's something which you can do. So apart from that, so we have a support which is given for the paid, only for paid members, is on Sunday at 7 p.m. You people can join the live webinar, live meeting, and on the Zoom, and then you can discuss with me face on to face. You can tell me whatever the problems you have. I will provide complete handholding support, whatever you need to succeed in your business. This is something which is lacks into the market. This is the only thing what we do better than anyone else. And I think that this is something which will really help your business to take your action and move forward. Whatever the plans or whatever the actions or whatever the task you may have, and you may be facing the problems in it, you can always rely on us. You can always come back to me, ask me about it, and I'll help you the best way possible, and options available in the market, right? So this is all what I wanted to share in this video, and the resource and the links will be in the description. Please do not forget to have a check on it. And whatever the supports you need, we are there for you. Take care. Till then, take care. Bye bye.